Lions Week 16 win over the Chicago Bears. A rookie may have come along and stolen a starting job from a veteran. Let's talk about it. I am Mike Payton from A to Z Sports Detroit. Today we're going to talk about how Christian Mahogany may have stolen Graham Glasgow's starting job with an amazing performance on Sunday. Maybe amazing is too much, but Mahogany had a great game. Let's talk about it. First off, here's why Glasgow could be in trouble. In the last 4 games, he's allowed 16 pressures. It's not been great. He's allowed 2 sacks as well. 2 of those sacks and 11 of those pressures were all last week against the Buffalo Bills. Couple that with the fact that he's dealing with a knee injury that kept him out of this game, which allowed for Mahogany to start in the first place. And now you kind of have to start wondering, as you get towards the playoffs and things become so much more important than they have been at any other point, do you ride the hot hand? Do you say, well, Mahogany gelled really well with this team on Sunday against the Bears? Do you just go ahead and follow that? Do you follow that intuition and just say, all right, let's just have Mahogany start for the rest of the season and see where it goes? Or do you wait for Glasgow to get back? And how long is that going to take? We don't know at this point. We'll probably know more as the week goes on, but Mahogany had a really good game against the Bears. And that's a good Bears defense too. Don't get it twisted because the Bears have been losing so often. They are a good defensive team. They're able to get some real stops. I mean, this is a group that is only allowing 36% of scores to happen in the red zone at home and 48% all over the place. And that's third best in the NFL. Like, they are very good defense. Don't get it twisted. Mahogany played very well. He did allow 2 pressures, but no sacks. Pass blocked really well. Run block was good. And he's undoubtedly the future of this offensive line because either Glasgow's going to retire or Zeitler's going to retire. And, do you start with that future now? That's the big question. Do you just move forward? Do you go ahead and say, Mahogany, you played really well against Chicago. Let's see how you do against San Francisco. Beat up San Francisco team on a Monday night. Or do you say, Glasgow's healthy, bring him back? That's what we're going to find out in the coming week. If Glasgow can't go in this game against the 49ers next week, and Mahogany does, and he has another outstanding game, then you really have to sit down and say, well, should he be the starter now? And does he deserve to be after, this is a guy that has barely played. This was his first career start. And previous to this, he had only played 3 snaps in another game this year, and that was against Green Bay. For what it's worth, those 3 snaps were pretty good. And when Kevin Zeitler had to go to the bench for a few minutes, other than that, he did get fined for something. I can't remember what it was, but he got fined. But that's fine. This was a pretty good performance, and it really makes you think about what the immediate future and what the future is going to look like. Because one of the big things that we've all wanted from this team was to have a guy that could be a depth piece, to have more depth to this offensive line. And there was concern that maybe this guy wasn't that after being on the NFI all year and being a 6th-round pick. And it felt kind of Colby Sorsdal-ish or Giovanni Manu-ish, where, these guys, one is, I don't know if he's ever going to work out. And the other one is he's going to take a while before we could even know if he's going to work out. So this guy looks like he's going to be a future starter. And that just depends on whether it's going to be now or later. We're going to find out very soon. Until then, we'll see what happens.